let me pose to you a question. Have you ever had a coffee that was just really good, and you just had to keep and welcome everybody. This is another You Send It, I Art It show, and this is the difficult segment of the show where I go through and I read a little bit of a few of the pieces of it's getting to me, all the hate mail that I get. I get a lot of hate mail. Let me just look at a few pieces of it if I can stomach it. I think I have pretty thick skin, but this person says, "Do you need a vacuum? I happen to have an extra. It is a Dyson DC-25. Says it works great. It's just difficult to know how to react to that kind of aggression, and you can lie awake all night trying to figure out what you did to deserve that sort of thing, but it's just not worth it. Got another one here. This one, it kind of overwhelms you. Like 2 fully written, handwritten pages. It's like tough to know where to start. I guess you could start right at the beginning. It says, "Dear Peter." I actually can't go on after something like that. I don't know if I can justify. Let's go on a different one. This one, at least this one just says Peter at the beginning, and it says, "You a real gangster. For real." I think I'm okay. I have another one here. See, it actually has there's words, like it just goes on and on, words written all around, like a drawing of me, which you can see there. Just absolutely, it's like, what drives someone to do something like that to a person, right? Let me see here. Where does it start? I don't know why I'm questioning it. You, like, these people you can't understand, right? "Greetings, Peter. I felt compelled to write to you because I came across your videos and have been steadily absorbing them through my eyeballs ever since. I guess there's also absorption occurring in my ear regions as well, and I suppose it's more correct to say the real action must be occurring somewhere in my brain box, where the little fellows that are primarily responsible for curating the information that actually gets stored in the meat archives have been diligently labeling and filing your videos in appropriately prepared memory receptacles." It's just tough to know where such vitriol comes from. I know I'm not a perfect person, but I'll say this, it's better than getting no mail at all. Everyone likes getting mail. All right, let's put that segment of the show behind us. It's good for us. It's healthy. It brings us back down to earth. It grounds us, right? We know we're not perfect. We know we're not above criticism and hatred. But the real part of the show here is where we open a package which hopefully has some art supplies in it. And today is no exception. We have to open today this little guy. All right. Let's see what's in here. The other side of it looks a little prettier, but it also has a bunch of addresses and social security numbers on it and stuff. One surgical cut there. Peel it open. Hopefully there'll be a giant magical world of art supplies in here to make things with. Okay, an I Heart DC frog keychain. Adorable. a bag of like magic seeds, hopefully. Are these art supplies, do you think? What is in here? Actually, this is a little bit weird. Okay, I don't think these are real, which is a little bit disappointing, but they are still pretty cool. Do you think these are the actual teeth that people get put in their mouth? Like, are these dental devices? Professional dental devices? All right, I was expecting there to be like a pen or something in this package, and there's like weird little porcelain teeth. Let's look at the message here. It says, "Hey!" Exclamation point. Hi Peter, my name's Kieran. I'm 19. I live just outside DC. I've watched your vids off and on for a couple years, but around September of 2017, I started having lots of difficulties in life, and your vids really helped me through it. More hate mail. It's okay. They also sent me teeth, so it makes up for it. Your positivity is absolutely infectious. And I hope you know you're truly a needle in a haystack. Artists on YouTube are so often very show-offish and almost arrogant. You really are so precious and talented. Your vids helped me a lot, and now I'm back on my feet. I'm a traditional artist, mostly dealing with watercolor. I'm applying to KCAI and other art schools soon. I'm working to be an art historian. Stay sweet. XOXO. There is a shocking amount of, a shocking lack of explanation for this tiny bag of fake teeth that accompanied this letter. That's the weirdest thing about this. And also the fact that I was hoping there was a pen in here or something to draw with, right? So what do I do? Look, I know I want to make things with the teeth, but I don't want to draw with them. I want to make a sculpture with them. But I don't feel like making a sculpture right now. I don't have the clay I want. That's like a longer term project for me. So I will use these teeth, okay? First of all, if I lose a tooth in the near future, I'll just go ahead, pop one of those in there. I think it'll fit perfectly. Don't worry, I'll sterilize it first. I'm not insane. But I said I would do art with this. So I'm just going to draw on the back of this piece of paper, and we'll incorporate this. This here will turn this into a drawing, right? It's like a little drawing jumpstart. Let's just do it. I'll show you. I'll show you what we'll do. It's possible, doable, it's great. I'll use a little ballpoint pen. A little more of the pen research, maybe, if you will. This is good because it's like a little doodle jumpstart, like I said. You can achieve similar results by having someone else scribble a little thing on a piece of paper for you to start if you don't know how to start a drawing. You want to draw, but you don't know how to start. Have someone else scribble something out for you. Literally anything. Sometimes, a method I've used before is to close my eyes and scribble on the paper. 1 or 2 lines, or a bunch of lines, and then open up. You'll probably be surprised by what's there on the paper, and then you can continue on from there, build on it. Sometimes I hide under the desk and reach my arm up over the desk and draw those lines, and it feels really weird kind of drawing on top of myself because I'm under the desk. But anyways, side note, I do want to take a second to make it 100,000% clear that, just in case there's any doubt from anybody, any little tiny itsy-bitsy spider percent amount of misunderstanding, I've never actually gotten hate mail from anybody, and I only joked about it right there at the beginning because I sat down and realized at some point earlier today that, like, how awesome you guys are. And I am continually floored and encouraged by all the amazing things you say. I think it is safe to say, out of all of the communities out there, all of you are probably the most encouraging and nicest of them all, okay? And I appreciate that. I do. Thank you all for all the kind words, and anyone who's ever written anything to me. Sorry if I haven't written back to you or something. I am going to send this drawing back to, what's her name? Kieran. I'm going to send it back to her. I don't know if it's kind of weird getting your own letter back to you, but I added I added a drawing on the back. She can have her letter back. I read it. She can have it back. I'll send it back to her. Anyway, yeah, but I do want to thank you all. I've never gotten even like the tiniest ounce of hate mail. I wouldn't even, you guys are too cool for that. Anyways, I do want to take a couple notes to note the difference between drawing with ballpoint pen and what I've lately been using, that is the Rotring isograph. First of all, one of the most notable differences is the price point. The Rotring isographs are kind of way up there, clocking in at $20 or $30, depending on whether or not you buy them in a pack, or if you get them on sale, or you get like those Amazon warehouse deals, or if you buy them used on eBay or something like that. They're pretty expensive when it comes to pens. Of course, you can always spend more if you want to when it comes to almost anything, including pens. There's probably $5,000. There's probably $100,000 pen out there. I'll sell you $1 million pen if you want. Just hit me up. I've got all sorts of $1 million pens sitting around. I mean, there's this one right here. This could be $1 million pen. Just let me know. Anyways, the Bic pens, of course, they're like, 10 cents, 6 cents, 16. Anyways, the main thing is you got to press down with the Bic pen. And I noticed that my hand started getting tired at first, but then I came back around. My old ways came back. I've spent a lot of my life drawing with a Bic pen, okay? I'm not totally unaccustomed and spoiled by the Rotring isograph, but to get like the deeper, darker lines, you do have to press down on the paper a little bit. With the Rotring isograph, you don't want to press at all, because you just kind of want to glide the tip of the pen across the paper, and pressing or not pressing won't make the line any darker or lighter. But with the ballpoint pen, you can kind of create a lot of different little subtleties by just gradually, barely touching the tip of the pen onto the paper. You can make lots of very gentle, subtle hatch marks and stuff, shadings. You might notice that people do some pretty crazy ballpoint pen drawings. You get kind of a more of a pencil effect. You can get really sketchy with them. Monetarily it's cheap, but it's not, as far as quality goes, it's not a cheap utensil. You can do a lot of great stuff with a ballpoint pen. Just because it doesn't cost very much doesn't mean you can't make great art with it, okay? Whatever you use, just get a piece of paper, a pen, and just pour yourself into it, dedicate yourself to it, use it a lot. It's fun to try out different art supplies, but if you just buckle down and like use the same kind of pen over and over again, you'll find yourself getting more and more familiar with how it works and how you can accomplish different techniques and effects with the pen. And I think you'll be excited with your progress. I think it's cool. I enjoyed drawing this doodle with this ballpoint pen. I did, and the teeth kept me company too, which I didn't mind at all. When I was a teenager, I had a friend who was working on a farm for a summer, and he got kicked in the mouth by a mule, and it broke his front tooth in half, and he super glued it back in there and just went on with his life. That's the type of guy he was. I don't think I'm that type of guy, though. And with my luck, I would have somehow super glued my tongue to the roof of my mouth, or my lip to my bottom lip, and I would have been talking like this forever. What do you guys think if all the rest of my videos sounded like this? Would you guys still listen? It's okay. I sometimes wonder what would happen if I lost my voice. I would just type it all into Microsoft Sam, all my commentaries, or hire a voice actor to say all the things I don't have to say, all my random mutterings. I mean, I made the videos for the drawings, and the only reason I ever started talking in videos is because I didn't want to use the copyrighted music, and I didn't want to use all the, at the time, all the royalty-free music seemed pretty lousy. There's some good stuff out there, but I was like, I'll just make commentaries. And for a long time, I would write all the commentaries out ahead of time, and then there were too many comments about, Peter, it sounds like you're reading it all, and it was because I was reading it all. So now I just kind of sit here and talk and watch the little sound waves appear on the screen as I talk. It's kind of hypnotizing, actually. Actually, I mostly just stare at the wall. It's kind of distracting to watch the sound waves appear. They're there in the corner of my eye, though. See, what am I even talking about? Okay, I'm going to go now. Here it is. Another one of those videos where I don't even start drawing until halfway through or more, 8-minute intro, who knows what. It's okay. I don't have to make any excuses. All right, thanks for hanging out, everybody. You're cool. All right, goodbye.